Hey guys, what's up? Tearless here. I'm currently inside my garrison at my brand new shipyard. I am here because I would like to show you what is coming to your garrison in patch 6.2. When 6.2 arrives, you will be able to construct a shipyard down just off the coast of your garrison. My garrison's up here. So you will create a backdoor to your garrison. You'll be able to travel down here and create a shipyard, and that is what ultimately allows you to go to Tanan Jungle. So I'm here and I'm going to show you what is new with the shipyard, what you can do with it, and I'm going to show you the three most important NPC or NPC objects out here that you will need to know. With this shipyard, you will be able to create a fleet, and this fleet is very similar to your followers. This fleet can go out and do missions and then come back and bring you, gold and rewards. The first of these three important NPCs that you're going to need to know for your shipyard is right over here. This is Giannis Seastrike. He's right next to your dry dock, and he is the one you talk to create ships. So I can talk to Giannis right here, and it says, hey, I can build a destroyer, a transport, or a battleship. There are a total of 5 different ships that you can create for your shipyard. A destroyer, a transport, a battleship, a submarine, or a aircraft carrier. Yes, we now have aircraft carriers inside World of Warcraft. So you'll be able to construct all of these. I've only gotten the plans for the first 3, but eventually you'll be able to construct all of them. I believe you get the submarine blueprints, excuse me. You get the submarine blueprints once you reach a level 2 docks, and then once you reach a level 3 docks, that's when you can create an aircraft carrier. So you come here, you say, hey, I want to build a destroyer, and it works like a work order. And when you start a work order, the ship will appear here. It's kind of glowing, and it's not opaque. It'll be kind of you can see through it, and it'll sit there until the time is done. Now this is a build time of 30. Each one of the ships has a different build time. So a destroyer is 30. I believe a transport maybe 30 as well. A battleship is an hour long. So you have different times on them. And then it'll cost garrison resources, very little, and then it'll cost oil. Oil is your main resource for your garrison, for your shipyard. That is what you will be using, and you find almost all of your oil in Tanan. It's what ties, your shipyard to Tanan. If you really want to build up your shipyard, you're going to have to go to Tanan to actually get the oil. So this is the first important NPC out here. It is Giannis Seastrike, the shipwright. The next important NPC is going to be over here. His name is Salty Yorn, or Jorn. I'm not quite sure how you're going to pronounce that, but he's the equipment specialist. So
What's on your mind?
out in Tanan, you will find blueprints of equipment that you can equip your ships with. Equipping your ships is a little bit different from how you equip your followers. Your followers, you get armor and you just upgrade their item level. In your shipyard, it's going to be a little bit different. You're going to be able to equip them with all kinds of different, stuff. You have a trained shark tank and a blast furnace. You'll be able to equip your ships with this, and you can constantly change what you have on your ship with this. And I will show it to you when we get up to looking at my fleet that I have here. But this is the guy you come to purchase all of this. All of them cost 500 garrison resources, so it's expensive. But it is worth noting that you have to go out to Tanan and find the blueprints first before you can actually get them. I had to find the blueprints for the blast furnace before I could even use it.
Good.
So that is Salty Yorn, or Salty Joran, and he is your equipment specialist. The most important NPC and NPC item are up here. This is Merrick Vonder. He is the shipyard equivalent of Lieutenant Thorn, who is up in the with your garrison followers. So he will give you all of your quests, and then right next to him is your fleet command table. So let's take a look at this. This is my fleet, and this is my naval map. So as you can see right here, I have 2 missions going on right now. I have a ship named Doomhammer. I don't know why I have an alliance ship named Doomhammer's Legacy, but I have Doomhammer's Legacy out on a mission, and then I have Leap of Faith out on a mission. And this works just like your followers. You click on a mission, and you drag and drop, and they cancel out certain stuff, and your percent chance increases by how much. It'll cost oil. As I said, your primary resource out on your shipyard will be oil, so you will have to watch out for that. But very much like, very much like your follower system. There will be less micromanaging of stuff, and that's because you will have less ships. I'm not sure if you'll have a 15 ship max, or you will have only like a 10 or 12 ship max. You start off with 5 in your fleet, and then as you upgrade, it could be up to 10 to 15, and then, or it could be to like 8 and 12, I'm not quite sure. But you will have less ships than you do have followers, and pretty much all the missions, very few only require 1 ship. Most of them require at least 2 ships for them. So you'll have different missions, and most of these are battles on here. You have some treasure missions, and down here I even have a blockade. And when a blockade comes up, you can't do any of these missions until the blockade is released. So I need to send ships out here to deal with this. And right now I really don't have the correct ships to actually send them out and do something, because they will probably be destroyed. You have to be careful with your ships, because if you fail a mission, your ships can actually be destroyed. Once you've failed a mission, I don't know if it's 50-50 or it's tied to your percent chance, but your ship could be destroyed, and then you have to go back and build a new one, which you really don't want to do. So you really need to pay attention to what you can counter and deal with those counters. Now this is my fleet. I have 2 transport ships, 2 destroyers, and 1 battleship right now. If you look up here, you have all the counters and whatnot. I like to draw a line right here. Everything to the left here deals with what comes on a ship standard. Your transport ships will always come with a boarding party, okay? And that is good against land objectives. So if there's a mission that requires a land objective, that will be there. Every single mission will always have one of these type of things right here on the left. We'll always have at least one of them, and it's always tied to the ships. Now, for the other 4 military type ships, they all kind of play paper, rock, scissors with each other, and they all cancel each other out. So a destroyer is good against submarines, but can be destroyed by battleships. Battleships are good against destroyers, but can be destroyed by an aircraft carrier. And then a carrier is good against, the battleship, but it can be destroyed by a submarine. So they all cancel each other out, and then of course all of them are good against a transport ship, because it's just a transport ship. But they will all cancel each other out. Now on the right hand side of this is more like what you have for your followers. You have different types of things that you have to counter out at sea. As you can see on these maps earlier, I have dense fog, and you have to deal with that. But otherwise, these are the types of things that you'll have to deal with on the right here, and that is cursed crew, evasive ships, first striking ships, mine layer ships, swift ships. There can be chaotic whirlpools out at sea, dense fog out at sea, icy water, and stormy weather. So you'll be able to counter those by using your equipment slots. Now right now this is an uncommon ship. It's green. So I have access to none of these. But once you reach a rare, you will be able to unlock an equipment slot. And this is where Salty Jorn comes into play. You can buy stuff from him and then equip it on your ship. Like I actually equipped this one with that blast furnace. This is one of my first destroyers. And that counters swiftness. And you have several things here that you can do to counter these items on the right. So if there's a mission and you don't quite have the setup, you may want to spend the money to just have it equipped correctly so that you don't risk the possibility of losing that ship. So that's what the equipment slots are for. When you reach Epic, like my Cloud Serpent here, you will get another one. They can come equipped. If this one I got upgraded to Epic automatically. Some of them can come equipped with abilities that increase chance and have a little bit different stuff on them, but I would probably be more inclined to just equip it with stuff that will increase my odds out in the field directly. So, and you can change these equipment at any time. The last thing to mention about your ships that you will see is that each one of them has a different crew. They all have different crews, they'll be either Alliance or Horde crews. The Draenor crew, I don't have any Draenor crew, but a Draenor crew combats dense fog. So that is a crew that combats dense fog, and then Orc crews combat swift ships. So those two are a little bit different. Other from then, a Worgen crew and a Touring crew, both of those will grant 50% additional experience for the ship on your mission. The Troll crew or the Gnomish crew allows naval equipment to be recovered from successful missions, so that's really a nice thing to have. Now these naval equipment, they can stack up to 20, I believe. I think that's the highest stack you can have, so you can have a lot of them in your inventory and just equip ships as you need to. The Goblin or Dwarven crew, I don't have any of those, but they increase gold gained on missions by 100%. The Blood Elf or Night Elf crew, they reduce mission time by 50%. So those are good. Some of the mission times out here are really long. They can range from being 4 hours. I think one down here is 4 hours all the way up to 2 days. This is a 2-day mission right here. So they can last a long time, and having that reduction really allows you to speed up the process of having your ships out and bringing them back as quickly as possible. And the last crew is going to be your Pandaren crew, which Pandaren crewmen stash extra supplies on their ships, which helps on long missions. So that'll be helpful when you're out on those 2-day ventures. You'll be able to hopefully get your ship back in good shape. But that is everything dealing with the naval fleet and the shipyard in patch 6.2. It seems like a lot, but really, if you understand your followers, how they work, it really isn't much different. A lot less micromanaging, and otherwise from that, it's just an extra source of income and loot that you can get out on the seas now. So you won't have to worry about it as much, but I like it. It's a nice addition, and I can't wait to actually see what it'll look like when I upgrade this shipyard to a level 2 and a level 3. It'll look really cool, and I kind of want to see how many ships I can have. And I really want an aircraft carrier. I really want one of those, and I tried and I couldn't get it. But that is everything with a shipyard that will be coming in patch 6.2. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in another. Tearless out.